Patriots, rebels, outlaws, and pirates. The war on cash has been going on for a while now and has accelerated as technology has made digital transactions more secure, acceptable, and convenient. We all know that these transactions are part of our digital footprint. And the information they provide, merchants and search engines, they give them the ability to target advertising to us, and their algorithms are able to anticipate our needs even before we're aware of them. Those transactions are also available to government should they desire to look into your spending habits. Are you buying ammunition or junk food? And how much gas does it take to fill up your planet-killing SUV? Did you donate to some politically incorrect group or, worst of all, to the Trump campaign? You know those communists are working on a list for such people. Now, some of us use cash whenever possible, not just because it keeps purchases anonymous, but also because the transaction is more tangible. When you actually hand over money, you can see it actually leave your hand, and it provides a little psychological check on frivolous overspending. It's becoming a lot more difficult, however. With COVID, there are more and more businesses that don't want to take cash, as if it's more infectious than the act of passing that bag containing the item that you bought. And I've been at way too many Wal Marts where the self-checkouts don't take cash. Now, does this make any sense? If you're really worried about the virus, why are you going to steer me away from the machine and force me to actually hand a person my cash? But anyway, the point is that many businesses are becoming unwitting or active accomplices in this elimination of cash. You need to understand that the right to trade is the totality of your life. Here's what I mean by that. Our founders understood the fundamental rights as life, liberty, and property. And your life and liberty are inseparable from your ability to acquire and dispose of property as you see fit. If you no longer have the ability to trade without those transactions being subject to scrutiny by the government, you have lost all freedom. There is nothing that you can do that will be outside their knowledge. What you eat, where you live, your hobbies, your activities, your forms of entertainment will all be known by the technocrats, who will subject those purchases through the filter of political correctness. You will not even be able to buy a trinket or a knickknack at a yard sale without them knowing. Ultimately, how you spend your money is a reflection of what makes you happy as an individual. And what makes you happy is not the same as what makes everyone else happy. It's a function of your individuality. If you knew that everything you did was being observed, would it change your behavior? Would you deny yourself some measure of happiness because some anonymous bureaucrat may disapprove? Or if some leftist group might dox you and show up on your front lawn? However, we all know where this is really heading. The ability to know and control the flow of all money is to have control of everything. All businesses, every individual. Our individual ability to do anything will be subject to their approval. The car you drive, the food you eat, the work you do will all be under their control. The ability to choose will be limited to the choices they decide to make available. Transactions for certain items or with certain businesses will be easily prohibited. There will be no ability to protest. A business will not be able to stay open in defiance of some lockdown order because their accounts will be frozen and their ability to make transactions will be prohibited, all with a stroke of a key. If you as an individual voice a politically incorrect opinion, you can be fined, a fine you cannot ignore because the money will just be taken from your account without your permission or consent. For anyone like myself who has seen the government in action confiscating money from bank accounts or paychecks, we know the government already exercises this option when it chooses, irregardless of the law or natural rights. Without cash, there will be no asset beyond their reach. And these political witch hunts have already begun, and it has been a corporate government partnership. The use of the justice system and other government agencies to harass political opposition to the established deep state has already been well established. The use of corporate permission to do business has also gained traction. Social media giants demonetizing sites and businesses due to political views or publishing of inconvenient facts that do not support the established narratives is now routine. Amazon has refused politically incorrect businesses to use its platform, and financial institutions have denied those same businesses the ability to use their services. The corporate media has demonized individuals or made government or corporate corruption disappear through their willful choice to remain silent. The big players have been coordinating to make life difficult for freedom lovers for a while, and it's only getting worse. But there are still cracks in their tyrannical monolith where freedom yet survives. But when all trade is monitored and controlled, that will be impossible. Uncovering and eliminating opposition will be as easy as that keystroke. The goal is to make anyone who does not toe the line a non-person. Now, in the old days of communist oppression, to make a non-person, you put a bullet in their head. Now all you need is that keystroke to erase someone, to separate them from society, to make it impossible for them to live modern life, even at its most basic level. You will have no voice. Social media will see to that. You will have no business opportunities. The large corporations will take care of that. And you will have no assets. The government will take care of that. You will be unable to purchase even the basic necessities, access any services, and you will have no voice to complain. You will be cut off from the world. We cannot let this happen. There is no question that the dollar and other fiat currencies are going to fail by design. But a digital currency controlled by government or the World Bank or whoever is not and cannot be the answer. That amount of control is despotic and immoral, and we cannot allow it. We need to make plans for an alternative, another medium of exchange. Now, I would prefer precious metals, but it's got to be something beyond the ability of government to manipulate and control. That is how we have gotten into this mess. With courage and ingenuity, we will solve it in a way that will restore freedom and not eliminate it.